Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Leader of Opposition, Honourable Cabinet Ministers and Assistant Ministers, Honourable Members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the public tuning in live on Parliament's Facebook page via the Alitia platform. Ms. Andra Vinaka. Honourable Speaker, it is with great pleasure that I rise to deliver my response to the 2024-2025 national budget that was delivered on Friday, 28th June 2024. Honourable Speaker, firstly, I would like to thank my Heavenly Father, the mighty God I serve, for his guidance, strength and wisdom. I would also like to thank the Honourable Prime Minister for entrusting me with the ministerial portfolio for fisheries and forestry, the first time a woman has ever been appointed to this position. Honourable Speaker, I also wish to thank the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Honourable Ngavoka, for his leadership and guidance, and all the staff of the Ministry of Tourism and Civil Aviation. To my predecessor, Honourable Rabu, thank you for your service to the people and assisting the people and the stakeholders of both the fisheries and the forestry sector. To my family and my supporters, thank you for journeying with me. Wekemuni na kaivingu kena wekangu, wayandra iko ya nena nomuni wendelani ya baba uranga. Sabi sombek na nongi nongu walwala, yesendo iko ngana ibara oni wengarabi. Auni aka ni sende iko ngana ikinangana. Honourable Speaker, in the words of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Honourable Prasad, that this budget is to ensure that we remain committed and focused on positively impacting the lives of our teachers, our farmers, our rural communities, our people with disabilities, our taxi drivers, our nurses, and every person in Fiji by the way we manage our money and set out. Honourable Speaker, I welcome the comments made by the Honourable Leader of Opposition for the fisheries and the forestry sectors. And I would like to applaud the coalition government for its foresight and support to resource-based sectors. Both the Ministry of Fisheries and Forestry have been provided an increased budget of 25.3 million and 31.4 million respectively. Honourable Speaker, a total of 744,918 has been allocated to the Offshore Fisheries Management Division to support its monitoring, control and surveillance systems in combating the illegal, unregulated, unreported fishing phenomenon in Fiji's offshore sector. Furthermore, Honourable Speaker, the Ministry is grateful to be hosting this year's Western Central Pacific Fisheries Commission 21st Annual Session, where 550 participants from across the globe will be converging in Suva to engage in considerations around the region's tuna stocks and its development. Honourable Speaker, 837,666 has been allocated for fisheries research development to support the work currently being undertaken in terms of species identification for commercial development, region-wide species stock assessments, and species development along life cycles. Honourable Speaker, in terms of the technical services, 123,024 has been allocated to allow for the purchasing of technical equipment that will assist with maintenance and repair works of the Ministry's technical equipment, noting that there are 23 ice plants, 32 service centres, and 43 institutional quarters across the 4 divisions. Honourable Speaker, in terms of aquaculture development, 1.9 million has been allocated to cater for the provision of technical equipment to support the staff and further supplement the development of capital constructions. Honourable Speaker, in terms of projects that are under R, a total of 150,000 is being provided for the upgrades of the Lautoka, Singatoka and Ba fishery stations. 500,000 is being provided for coastal fisheries development. 700,000 is to support the Aquaculture Association development aspirations. 400,000 is to increase support to the food security program. Honourable Speaker, for projects that are not under R, 400,000 is provided to cater to the increase in solar panels at the Makongai Research Station. 100,000 to support fisheries research and conservation. 230,000 to support the Waro Ice Plant, and $100,000 for the initial preparatory works for Natewa Fishery Station and Natovi Fishery Station. Honourable Speaker, 350,000 to increase the support provided to farmers in engaging in commercial brackish water fisheries, and 170,000 towards seaweed development. Honourable Speaker, the Minister of Forestry welcomes the allocation of 31.4 million for the 2024-2025 financial year, and an increase of more than 40% from the previous financial year. Honourable Speaker, the Ministry will continue to address the issues of degraded forests through our Forest and Ecosystem Restoration Programme, with an allocation of 2.5 million in the next financial year. Honourable Speaker, the funding will strengthen and support our efforts on the reforestation of degraded landscapes, forest conservation, and the reforestation of native and exotic species. Honourable Speaker, this will contribute to forest cover whilst contributing to our emissions reduction program and Fiji's international commitments in combating climate change. Honourable Speaker, the allocation will also support the establishment of nursery, purchase of seedlings, plantation establishment, and provide further incentive payments to communities engaging in the reforestation project. Honourable Speaker, the reforestation activities also support our program on reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation program, also known as RED+, and its long-standing working arrangements with the Forest Carbon Partnership Facility, or FCPF. Honourable Speaker, the Ministry welcomes the allocation of 1.2 million for this project, an increase of 44% from the previous year, to support the readiness phase of carbon trading to be implemented throughout Viti-Levu, Wano-Levu, and Taveuni across 10 provinces, 20 districts, and targeting 117 villages, and lay the strategy of operationalizing the Look North policy. Honourable Speaker, the Ministry will continue to expand pine projects to ensure socio-economic benefits of the forestry sector, including rehabilitation, rebuilding, and economic development, which is now extended to our maritime communities. Honourable Speaker, recently a jetty in Moani Kandamu was constructed through the support of the Ministry to enable the subsidized transport of logs. The increase of allocation for maritime pine development and the commercial maritime pine subsidy from 1.9 million to more than 2.8 million will allow the Ministry to continue its efforts in extending the maritime project to additional islands in the Lomaiviti Group and Lakemba. Honourable Speaker, in our vision to support our economy and provide opportunities to resource owners through the development of public-private partnership, the Ministry welcomes the allocation of 450,000, an increase of more than 100%. The Ministry will focus on upgrading of the Loisuva forest parks, establishment of new community forest parks, and upgrading of existing community forest parks. The successful operations of the Loisuva serves as a model for the establishment of other community parks to benefit resource owners and to generate related economic activities. Honourable Speaker, the Ministry will continue with Phase 2 operations for Lutu and Nandariwatu community forest parks, established in the current financial year and in the next financial year, and will support the Look North policy through targeting the upgrading of the existing Lavena Community Park in Taveuni, as well as looking into unlocking the potential of developing the province of Mbua through these initiatives. Honourable Speaker, the Ministry will also extend the establishment of community forest parks into the Nandi district through converting natural resources into sightseeing opportunities for tourists and local visitors, benefiting landowners, generating employment, boosting economic growth, and further contributing to GDP growth. Honourable Speaker, the Ministry also acknowledged the potential that exists in our cottage and small enterprise sector. The development of cottage industry in Fiji remains a priority for the Ministry to enhance landowner involvement in the sector. The budgetary allocation for the forest subsidy program of 200,000 will provide financial support for new and existing small cottage industries. Funds will be utilized to procure woodworking machines and equipment to support youths, women, and community-based businesses who will in turn contribute to the growth of the sector. Honourable Speaker, the Ministry welcomes a new allocation of 1.1 million for the full upgrade of the timber industry training workshop and purchase of technical equipment to improve trainings for cottage industry, monitoring, control, and surveillance for harvesting and logging. Honourable Speaker, community development training will continue in the next financial year for house construction, chainsaw training, and portable sawmill training and work attachments facilitated by the Ministry through our Timber Industry Training Centre. Honourable Speaker, we will continue to support the plantation sector, both the Fiji Pine Limited, in accessing pine for maritime schemes and woodlots, and Fiji Hardwood Corporation Limited to support the certification process as well as restructure for improved governance and more landowner engagement. Honourable Speaker, the landowner trust for both of these companies, Fiji Pine Trust Extension and Fiji Mahogany Trust will receive a grant of 1.7 million and 0.5 million respectively. This will allow landowner trading and development to generate revenue from their resources through the trust. Honourable Speaker, with all that being said, I commend and support the 2024-2025 budget, and I thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.